Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Tay, and today we got another POV video. Today, I'm gonna be just washing my car, getting it cleaned up on the outside. I had ordered this new like automatic foam sprayer for your car. I think that's what they're called, but this one was called a Swift Jet, I believe. And I wanted to try it out, and this was also my first time using my POV camera and washing my car at the same time. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool video just to try out the little Swift Jet and just talk about the car a little bit. Now I think I've had the car approaching about 2 months, and for me it's been great, man. It's been absolutely incredible to not have gone to like a gas station in like 2 months. It just kind of feels normal now to just never had to go there. I just charge at work, which for me is free, so it worked out really great to have a Tesla. So basically I never have to pay to drive right now, as far as gas or charge. I charge at work for free, and I don't really take trips or anything like that, so I'm not really necessarily going far or leaving the state. And if I do, I live in an area in a region where we have plenty of superchargers all around Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, Greensboro. All of our major areas, there's major multiple chargers for us to use if you want to supercharge to go on a trip. But for me, on my day-to-day use, I just charge at work for free. So that part of the process has been nice. But here I'm just setting up the little Swift Jet, pouring me some car soap in there. I feel like I didn't put enough, but once again, this was my first time doing this and trying this out, so I was just trying to get a good little feel for it. But I had noticed once I started spraying, I wasn't getting the lather that I really wanted to. I had to keep kind of going over the same areas a couple times, and y'all will see that a little bit later. But overall, the tool was pretty simple to put together. This was pretty much the whole thing right here assembled. I will say, for the price that I got it for, I believe I paid about 30 something bucks. I paid on that Amazon Prime Day. It was like the 8th through the 9th, something like that. It was on sale for like 30 bucks off. So, I definitely had to take advantage of that deal. And I ended up getting this for like 30 bucks. Originally like 60, 70, something like that. So I was like, why not try it out? It'd be cool for you to make some content. And outside of that, the only other thing I noticed was that the water pressure was pretty low compared to the nozzle that was on there before I switched it out. This water pressure was extremely low, and that's why you noticed me getting so close to the car a couple of times. I was trying to just really make sure that the car was getting wet before I put the soap on there. Right now, obviously I'm just hitting it with just straight water just to kind of get the car wet first. More about the car itself, on day-to-day use, for me, I think it's super functional. I think Teslas are very easy cars to just use on your day-to-day basis. Now, it's also going to depend heavily on what area you live, what state you live in, but more so the area that you live in than the state, I would assume. Because I even know we have some areas around here where it's not really superchargers, or they might not have chargers at your job or anything like that. So those are luxuries that all people might not have, and I understand that. And they do have other options. So you also have the option of charging at home. So if you have a house, I'm not sure about all apartments. I know specifically the apartments where I live, you cannot charge. They specifically tell you that, and they made sure to let me know when I told them that I had traded my car and they got another car, and I told them it was a Tesla. They specifically let me know that you cannot charge your car if you buy a garage. So that was definitely one of those things that was brought up immediately. So something to keep an eye on if you live in an apartment. But if you have a house or a townhome, anything of that sort, you should have no problems at all. You can actually get the upgraded chargers for your homes. They're, some of them a couple $100, some of them a couple thousand, just depending on how fast you're trying to charge and all that. But you have plenty of options with charging your car. I think a lot of people panic more so when it comes to the charging concept than they should. You really will never run into battery or like charging issues or like not being able to, bro, unless you're going on a very long trip or something that you just not really planned for, and that's not your everyday to day use. So should never be a problem. If any of you have ever drove one, or if you might have one yourself, but they're very fun cars to drive. They're electric, they're EV, so the power is immediate. they just go immediately. It's just one gear. It's different than any other type of car that you'll drive. But I really like it. I really enjoyed it. So I had the luxury of getting to actually drive a Model S before I ended up getting one myself. My mother actually had this exact same car. She still does to this day. Hers is red. But I got a chance to drive that car a lot, and I would take it sometimes for a couple of days on the weekend and just drive around, man, ride around in it, and it was dope. I used to love it. So I knew whenever it was time for me to get in the car, I was definitely gonna go either Tesla or I was thinking about getting a Lexus, one of the RC350s or a RCF if I could have found one in my price range. But more than likely it would have been like a RC350. So those were kind of my two options, and I would just drive hers. And the thought of never having to pay for gas, it used to amaze me. It would be like the craziest thing ever. And hers is actually a 2015, I believe. So she gets free charging for life, superchargers everywhere. Like she doesn't have to pay for charge like at all. So like I was like, yo, that's like crazy. Like that's insane. Like, and even if you get the newer ones, a lot of them come with free supercharging. Like you get like the 2020 models, like they give you free supercharging for a couple of years. They give you this, they give you that. They have all kinds of different perks with different cars with Tesla. It's not too bad, man. It's not a bad deal. EVs aren't for everybody though. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people don't like the no exhaust. Me personally, I went from a 2SS Camaro to a Model S Tesla, so the two cars couldn't be too much more different, you know what I'm saying, than each other. But I love this car. I love everything about it. I think EVs are the future. I think that's where eventually all cars will end up going to, and it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. But I will say, if you are a gas-powered car fan, I would say enjoy these last couple of 15-20 years. I think after that, it'll probably be more of just a novelty item, owning one. Gas will always be around because it's just a major economic resource. But outside of that, bro, I think as far as us using it in vehicles and things like that, it'll probably start dwindling away. It already is, bro. They making Hummers EV. They making Silverados. They making F-150s EVs. Like, the fact that they doing all that now is kind of crazy to me, and I just love the space that it's going. I love to see it. I'm here for it. But right here, you see me wiping down the car, man. I'm getting towards the end of this process. It started getting cold. It started getting dark. I'm not going to lie. So I did not do my rims. I was like, I'm going to just do that in the morning. Hopefully get a little sunlight. But it was starting to look real good here. You can see the lights hitting real nice off the paint. Nice and clean. I need to definitely go get me a wax, though. One of my homeboys be waxing cars. I'm going to let him hook me up and get me right with the wax. But using my two towels right here, man, just getting that thing nice and dried up and looking good for the road. And man, I can't wait to get the tints and the black rims on this car. It's gonna set it off, man. It's gonna make this car look 10 times better. And I'm gonna just keep doing these videos, man, and bringing y'all along the whole process with me. And if y'all have made it this far into the video, man, I appreciate y'all. Comment, like, subscribe, so y'all stay tuned for all the next videos to come. We got plenty of content, like I said, tinted windows coming. I got my subwoofer in the back that I still got to get hooked up. The rims. And we're going to just keep being creative. I might eventually get a wrap too. So y'all stay tuned, man. And I'm up out of here. Peace.